I love to do what men and women was created to do. That's what I'm gonna say. Me personally, I love it.
Sometimes we laugh, sometimes we cry. But I guess you don't know. Girl, in the cut, she choose, say, going up.
Hey guys, welcome back to another video. My name is Ivy, and this channel is Women's Life with Ivy. Girl, woo, when I tell you today is a day, all good, but a day. So listen, if you're new to my channel and you were just channel surfing, girl, go ahead and push the button. I like to say to you, hey boo.
Women may do it for a night, only one night though.
And if you're a returning subscriber, that means you came back. Hey boo.
Shots, sugar shots one night, let the tears fall down one night, only one night though.
So girl, as y'all seen by that title, let me just say me, I'm gonna talk about my celibacy journey. And yeah, when I hear people say that they're on a celibacy journey, I be like, girl, that's the look I give, because that's not something that I readily say for myself, like, I'm going on a celibacy journey or I'm celibate, That's just not my conversation. I love to do what men and women was created to do. That's what I'm gonna say. Me personally, I love it. Now, I don't know about nobody else. This is my story, so stay with me. So, I have been on this celibacy journey since February 21st of 2025. So that's February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September. 7 months.
7 whole days, out of work for you. 7 whole days, I'm just
7 months. A couple more days, it'd be 7 months. But, man, and let me say, it wasn't my choice. I always have a choice. I can have relations with this person, that person. I can do whatever it is I choose. I just choose not to. I'm still married, and we're not doing anything. So if we ain't doing nothing, that means I ain't doing nothing, So, I really don't think about it like that. I get my moments where I'm like, let me come up with a bright idea, right? But then I think of how I would feel, because for me, if it's not with somebody that I deem to be special, somebody that I love in my life that has earned that rightful place, right? Then I'm just fixing a feeling with a feeling. I might as well go have a bowl of ice cream. Get satisfied, ooh, that was good, and go on about my business, because that's all it would be. And I just don't want to, this is like I said, it's not something I would readily have thought about. I'm just going to tell you the truth. But this is a journey that I'm on between me and God. Now, I know, like I said, I could make a choice to have sexual relations, but then I would be committing adultery. You know what I mean? Because I'm still married. And then, God tells us not to have sex before marriage. That's fornication. I'm still married. So the terms, the rules of engagement are different for me than it would be for a single young lady. I don't advise. Have I done it? Yes. But I do not advise to have premarital sex. People don't look at marriage the same way today as they did in the days of old. It was, I was just watching something, and it was saying, at the end where they, do all the vows and they say you may now kiss your bride. It was a point in time in society where you kissed your bride on your wedding day. Now you doing all kinds of wifely duties. Well, anyway, that ain't what we talking about. I look, I be telling y'all to stay focused. I gotta stay focused. So for me, this journey of celibacy, I'm not looking at it. I'm not counting the clock. I'm not saying, oh, when and maybe how. It just is what it is. I just keep showing up every day and my life shows up and we just roll this thing out together. I don't particularly see myself with anybody. You know, I laugh and joke and play a lot. I feel like I'm oily. Oh, what did I just do that for? I feel like I joke and play a lot, but that's just me. And maybe that's my way of coping and passing the time of not having sexual relations because, you know, like I said, me and my husband are separated. So in the beginning, well, not in the beginning, because when we separated, you know, I don't like you, you don't like me, don't talk to me, and I won't talk to you. So it was like that in the beginning, like I'm sure it is with a lot of people. But, you know, we did come back to a place where we were still having sexual relations. So now that we're now that we're in a place where we're not even speaking, I don't have a choice. For me, it's always a choice, but I personally don't have a choice because I made a vow to God. You know, I've always been the type of individual, and for the most part, when I say the most part, when I was single, like if I want to fix, hold on, y'all. I'm sorry, y'all. Ooh. I put oil in my hair and I just feel like I'm super oily. Plus I got the light on, so. But when we were dealing with each other, I forgot my train of thought just that quick, but when we were dealing with each other, that was an option. So now I'm to the point where I don't have an option. I was saying, like, in my singleness, I would fix a feeling with a feeling, you know, that instant gratification. But I know today that instant gratification just doesn't work for me. Not in that arena, you know. Now, I might go get a bowl of ice cream. That's instant gratification, and I'm cool in the game. But I use my body to glorify God. Do I get it all right? No. But that one thing, yeah, I'm gonna get that right just for today. Now, I don't say that I don't make mistakes and things don't happen because they do. But I don't have the air conditioner on, y'all. I'm sorry, y'all. Look, you just gonna kind of get what you get over here. Do I wish I was pumping and grinding? Yes, girl, of course. But it's okay, you know, it's okay. I'm enjoying the journey. Not a journey I thought of taking, but I'm enjoying nonetheless. You know, I thank God for the spirit of perseverance. You know what I mean? I'm grateful for the spirit of integrity. Like, I got some integrity today. You know, it don't matter what you doing. It matters what I'm doing. You know, so many times in life, we look to see what our peers are doing and we follow suit. You know what I mean? I'm not saying in all instances, but you know what I mean? Today, I don't have to be a part of the crowd. If I'm not having relations and my girlfriend is hitting the headboard every night, ma'am, that's your business. That's your business. For me personally, it is what it is. Now, the Bible say a man that finds a wife, finds a good thing. So I'm a good thing. I'm still a wife. I'm just not with my husband, but I do see myself being married again. You know, let me say this, and here go the ship. Look, God be doing what he want to do. He don't ask my permission. I said, we're going to do this. He said, okay. I'm going to let you think you running the show. But this is my second marriage. I was married, probably 30-ish, around there. And so this is my second marriage. And however this plays out, I will be a wife again. And I know that God is gonna sustain me from, I just see the difference in myself. You know, that whole self-improvement, that whole self-acknowledgement, self-love, you know, like being aware of who I am and what makes me tick. Because I can see from when I divorced from my first husband to my second husband, and now at the point of separation with imminent divorce is on the way. So I see from us separating, which has been years till now, I see the growth. You know, all we have to do is be willing. You know, we don't have to try to figure it out. We don't have to try to, let me see how this gonna work. We don't have to do all of that. We don't have to be on that hamster wheel. God will work it out. If you submit yourself to God, He will work it out. Because I'm telling you, I'm having this, oh, there goes Sarah across the street. Girl, look, it be the moments that just work for me. I'm just looking, I ain't lusting, I'm looking at the scenery, you know. But yeah, you gotta know that God is gonna sustain you. And I know that He's sustaining me. This is, like I said, it's not a journey I would have foreknowing took to say, sit down and let me say, I'm gonna go on a celibacy journey, or I'm gonna be celibate until I'm married again. You know what I mean? That wasn't something that came out my mouth. But here I am. You know, sometimes God do for us what we can't do for ourselves, you know, because ain't no telling. Like, I can't get pregnant. Thank God. That ship has sailed. It's in the distance. It's in the distance, girl. That ship has sailed for me, but I don't want to deal with all the emotional connection that comes with being intimate with somebody on that level, because there's many levels of intimacy. You know, you can have a friend, and I'm talking about even a mother-daughter, a daughter to her mother, son to father. You can have those intimate relationships, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about an intimate relationship, that kind, with a man and a woman, you know what I'm saying? So, but it's okay. It's okay. You know, I'm enjoying the journey. I didn't think I would be, but there's so many moving parts in my life. I don't have time to sit and focus on that, you know. I have my girl, so I would never bring a man in here. No, we can't Netflix and chill. No, I don't need you to bring me nothing. No, I don't need you to pay my bills. I don't need you to do anything. I just don't have the wherewithal. I mean, even to have like those conversations, to even get to the intimacy part, I don't want to have a conversation. I don't want to. I don't want to talk. I don't care about what you like. I don't care. I was talking to this one guy when I went to see my daughter, and this man went on and on and on about what he got and what he could do. I was so tired of sir. Sir. Yeah, that part. Yeah, so sir was shooting his shot, but I'm sorry to tell you, sir, you ain't have a shot. You know, if you're going through a celibacy journey right now, leave me a comment. Let me know how things is working out for you, things you do to, you know, not focus on that. You know, a lot of people say that marriage, sex, we just gonna say sex. Let's talk about sex, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Oh, no, but seriously, a lot of people think that sex is not a big component of a relationship, you know, and for me it is. I will be shortchanged. Let me put it like this. I will be shortchanged to know that this is my person. Now, y'all take with that what you will, you know. But I do believe that sex is, for me, it's a big part. Now, can I live without it? Apparently I can, you know. But I don't know what my journey in the future after the kids. I don't know what that looked like. Maybe this right now season is God preparing me, because you do know you could be married and something happened to you or your partner and sex is completely off the table. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what God is preparing me for. I want to say hurry up. That's what I want to say. I want to say hurry up. Sir, it's taking too long. But I'm going to hold my position because I know he knows what's best for me. And long as God is in the forefront, everything else will work out. So, ladies, like the pastor say, I'm not going to be before you long. I'm getting ready to go on a trip. If you want to follow that trip, you can follow me over at Boo Bougie. That's my other channel. And I'm leaving tomorrow, so I'm about to do a whole little get ready with me, get my stuff together. I just dye my hair, looking sexual over here. Sir, man, I need I need a tall drink of water with some stacked ice and a nice little glow and gloss, and yeah, just strong and just hit the spot. Now, I don't know what you was thinking about. I was talking about a glass of water. Girl, bye. So, ladies, look, thank you so much for watching. Like I said, if you're on a celibacy journey or you've experienced a celibacy journey, please leave a comment. Let me know what are your thoughts and what is your take on it. Until next time, thank you all for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Subscribe for the vibes. Girl, it's a whole vibe over here. I'm a whole vibe all by myself. I love you all. Until next time. Bye.
Can never be what I am, but as long as you with me, that's what it's gonna be.